aka Cristal, aka Cristal, here with another tutorial. Now today what we're going to do is inspired by The Walking Dead. So we're doing a zombie. Now, what I'm doing right now is you want to make sure that you put moisturizer on your skin and you want to put foundation. Now I'll put a kind of a thick layer of foundation. What it's going to be is like a protective on your skin before you're applying latex and wax and gelatin and everything on your face. So you don't have to do this now, but it's always good to protect your face instead of it being on your bare skin. Now, what we're going to do is I have another video on how I made the top piece and the bottom piece. But to apply the top piece, all I did was put some latex on the back of the piece and some latex on the top of my lip, and then apply the latex and then just stick the piece on. Then I'm going to put the latex on the back of the other piece, put the latex on the bottom of my jaw, and then once it gets a little bit tacky, after a couple of seconds later, I'll apply it where I want that. So the whole point of this look was, you can't see it so much on the video, but the top piece is actually going to be looking like it's, well, the bottom piece is supposed to be looking like it's ripped off. In the video you can't see so much of it, but that's how it looks. So you're going to, after you put the latex, put the piece, you want to secure that it's locked in place with latex on top. While it's drying, you want to get your wax. You can use the Ben Nye, or you can use the one from the Halloween store. Actually, the one from the Halloween store, the Scar Wax, to me is a lot better. I mean, it's a lot simpler to work with compared to the other waxes, but every single wax is going to get super sticky. So you can use a spatula, you can use your fingers. Now this one you don't want it super smooth, because after all, you are a rotting corpse, you are dead, you are a zombie. Now to make it easier so it doesn't stick to your spatula or stick to your fingers, you want to use any type of lotion, and you're going to put it either on your hands and use your fingers to move around the wax, or put it on the spatula, and then pretty much that. Now what you're doing is you're building up the cheekbone, and then right there what I'm doing is I'm putting it on top of the little gelatin piece, because remember, I want it to look like it's ripped off. So I'm going to make the other pieces on top of it, well, the wax on top of the gelatin, look like that's part of my skin, and then the gelatin piece is going to be like the ripped off dangling piece. So once you put on the makeup, you'll realize that the two differences right here. The bottom piece kind of looks like it's sticking out, but once the makeup is done, it kind of looks like that's going under and the skin part is coming up. Now you want to repeat on the other side. There is no messed up way. You cannot mess up, because a zombie, like I said, it's not perfect on each side. After all, your jaw is ripped off or blown up or whatever you want to, however you want to put it. But it's not synced. It's not, you know, has to be exactly the same. So yeah, pretty much it. So what I'm doing is I covered my eyebrows with the wax, and I put some wax on my nose, and now I'm just making little gashes in there. And when you paint everything, you don't ever want everything to be smooth, because when you paint everything, you want it to look all in depth and creasing and three-dimensional and stuff. So now what I'm doing now is you're going to get the scar wax, and you can either make it in little pieces, or you can get one huge piece and do a C around your eye. So it's going to make your eye socket, you're trying to, around the eye, you're making the eye socket be more puffier, so that when you do the makeup, it looks like it's sunken in. So like it's either really skinny, or like you just have not slept in days. So that's pretty much the effect you're going for. Then I put some on my forehead and made a couple lines, and now to seal everything all up, you're just going to get some latex, and you're going to just cover it completely. Then after it's completely covered, you're going to, and please be careful when it's around your eyes. You know, I was brushing, so the look didn't take me that long, but you know, you want to make sure that everything is, you know, you're going to be okay. If you need help, have somebody else help you. Then I use the blow dryer and completely dried it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm getting some foundation, And you always want to use a shade or two darker than your skin tone, and it always covers the wax or latex better. And I'm just putting it all over. You put the wax and the latex. And now, this is a little grease paint. It comes in the little 4 palettes, and I'm using the gray and 1 dot of yellow from Ruby's base paint. You can get that at like Walgreens or Walmart. You can get both of them from there, or you can get it from the Spirit Store, Halloween store. And what I did was I mixed the gray and the yellow, and now I'm like lightly dabbing it on top of the makeup. So you put your foundation, and then you want to like smoothly, kind of like gently, how do you say, brush it on top. So you're not trying to blend it in with the foundation. So everything, this is going to be like a whole layered look. So you're not trying to blend it in. You're just letting it not set in the crease, but set on top of the makeup. Now you're going to grab a foundation or a brown that's 3 to 4 shades darker. Now this is all about layering. You don't want to go completely dark, because then for this look, less is more. I guess you could put it that way. So we're just getting that light brown, and we're just going to do it around the eyes, in the creases, around the face. And if you ever get too dark, then go ahead and grab that little gray that you were dusting on top and just blend it in with that brush. So go in all the little creases, go where you would think that the shadows would be, and that's pretty much it. Remember, don't overpower it. Let it be still like sheer. And then you're going to get some brown eyeshadow, or a darker brown eyeshadow. So you want to do a light brown, then you want to do a darker medium brown, and you want to go around each little area, and you never want to cover the full brown that you already did. So you gotta think about like ombre. That's the kind of effect you're doing. So you don't want to cover the brown. So you already set a light brown, and now you're gonna put the medium brown without covering the full light brown. And you're going to do this almost in every little single area. So around the temple, around the eyes, and the little creases. But don't overpower the light brown that you put. Now, once you put that medium brown, you want to get the black, or your darkest brown, and just pretty much outline everywhere that you put the medium brown. Do not cover the medium brown. It has to be light, then medium, then dark. Okay? If you cover it, then it all looks one color, and you already lost that 3D effect. You lost the dimension and the detail in each work. Now your zombie can be any color. You can have a brown and greenish zombie. Mine is kind of like nudish, but like gray tone, because like The Walking Dead has a lot of those gray ones or nudish ones, so that's what I was going for. But it doesn't have to be like that. He could be like a greenish, he could be like whatever color you want to make your zombie. Now, like I said, if you ever make it a little too dark, then you go back with that lighter gray grease paint color that you had, and just touch it up so it's not so extremely dark. And that's pretty much it. You're just going to go around with everything, and that's, yeah. So now with a little bit of the grease paint, you just want to go with a little bit of red and go in some of the creases and around the eye. You don't want it to stay dark. You just want to make it like a little bit of red, just hints of red here and there. You don't have to use the same colors I'm using. You don't have to use the fact that I'm changing from grease paint to ruby red paint to like eyeshadow. You can use all eyeshadow, you can use all face paint, or you can use all grease paint. It really makes no difference. Now with the teeth that I got, you want to make sure that the gums are colored in the pink, or like a grayish or a nude color. You want to make sure that that stands out completely different from the actual flesh makeup. And we're going to add a little red pieces here and there, and that's pretty much it for that part. Now this is blood paste. Blood paste is awesome because it stays super sticky, it looks super wet, and it stays super red, so it looks real bloody. And you want to add this all to your gelatin piece that you made for your mouth, or the bottom part of your ripped off mouth. And you're going to add it everywhere that is. And then you can add that on top of the mouth. You can add a little more blood, you know, down the neck or anywhere you want to. If you want it to look real kind of sheerish, then just use your finger instead of using the actual brush. And that's pretty much it for the blood paste. Now, what I'm using is a liquid eyeliner, and I'm going around the teeth and then kind of mixing it in. Now, to make the difference and to make it pop from where the skin and the gelatin meet, you want to outline in black completely, and then blend it just a little bit, and then it'll make it look more 3D-ish. And then you want to grab a little bit of black face paint and just kind of add a little bit of dabs here and there just to give it dimension. And that's pretty much it. My contacts are from Camel Eyes. I'm going to end up switching to the white mesh. I think these were the bullseye contacts, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this look. I hope it was super simple and easy. I hope you like The Walking Dead just as much as I do, and I will see you in the next tutorial. If you have any requests, leave it in the comments down below. Love you guys, and talk to you later. Bye.